Good morning. I'm lifting the evacuation order effective 3 minutes ago, 8 a.m. So to the people of Jacksonville that evacuated, please feel free to come back home. Understand that there are still road blockages. There is still serious flooding. So there's a possibility you may not be able to get back to your home, but you're welcome to come back and check your home out and see what's going on here. Also, please be safe if you come back. Again, there's still severe flooding, certain roads. Do not drive into standing water or flooded water. Stay away from down power lines. Stoplights that aren't working are to be treated as a four-way stop. Also want to remind people, if they're using generators, that they should not be using them in their home or in their garage. And obviously, if you don't have power, you're not seeing this, but hopefully you have batteries and you're listening to this on a radio so you know to be safe. Cut and toss crews are out working. We expect the first pass of debris collection to start on Monday the 18th. We're asking people to anything that they can bag and containerize to do that. That will be picked up with normal pickup. And then as we begin the large bulky stuff, again, the first pass will begin Monday the 18th. The city offices will reopen tomorrow. We will be back in business doing everything that we can to help the people of Jacksonville get their lives back to normal. Water distribution will begin today at 10 a.m. Locations are Hobby Lobby at 14286 Beach Boulevard, McDonald's at 5751 Beach Boulevard, Edward Waters College at 1853 Kings Road, and the Supervisor of Elections located at 1 Imison Park Boulevard. You can find these distribution locations and their addresses on the city's website, and we can also get you copies to all of the media. The JEA is working on power restoration and made significant progress through the night. Paul went from what, 250 to?
Actually 280 to 150.
280 to 150. There's still a lot of people without power, and that's a very painful place to be. The JEA is going to provide us at the city updates at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. every day. And with that, who did we have scheduled? Did we have? Director, do you have anything?
Good morning. We still have 12 shelters open overnight, and really over the last 24 hours that number has decreased by about half. We'll keep those open as long as we need to, but are really working to get things back to normal.
Yesterday was rescue day. When we started our morning, we had information that we had Category 3 storm surge in a hurricane. In a tropical storm. Category 3 hurricane storm surge in a tropical storm, and first responders just did their jobs. Man, they just did their jobs. I'm so proud of them. But the work continues. If anybody is on a second floor or somewhere on a road that continues to be flooded and they thought they were going to wait this out, call 630 City, and we will come get you. Today begins the cleaning and the rebuilding process. So with that, any questions?
Mayor, how many people were rescued yesterday?
Over 200?
356.
356. And it was a sight to be seen.
Another question. This was actually for Paul. This is your second storm in less than a year. We're dealing with the same restoration issues we did after Matthew. Much of the city was out of power. You got a lot of overhead, like power lines that weren't really properly maintained between the storm. My questions, does Jacksonville need to consider more underground utility installation? Does JEA need to reconsider its capital budget, because this JEA tower seems to be its biggest priority right now? Going forward, how do we avoid this type of impact during the next inevitable superstorm?
Well, a couple things are packed into that question. Yes. Number one, I would challenge the fact that the distribution system, under any metrics that we use in the industry to establish reliability and strength and stored hardening, was anything other than exceptional going into the storm. We have the information and the data. Would be happy to share that with you.
Well, Energy is 9% up, and they beat you last time, too.
In terms of restoration of large areas, the numbers now, when we look county-wide, right now, we have approximately 32% of our customers are out. But if we look at St. Johns County, it's 48%. We look at Nassau County, it's 73%. This is a major storm that's affected the entire peninsula of Florida. There are many areas that have as much as 90% out. We're making good progress. We've brought into the service territory a significant number of assets, both to clear and to maintain and fix the system. We have also gone the extra step this year in bringing in assets to make sure that our assessment is done. We've got helicopter support, drone support, and last night we demonstrated, we brought in lighting, construction lighting, so we can continue the process through the night in order to expedite the restoration. So we've got a tremendous amount of assets that are on the ground that were launched this morning at 7 a.m. We've got help from all over the country, as far west as Texas and Missouri, and we have some additional help coming in.
Did we get that lighting?
Yes.
AG, the lighting that Paul mentioned for evening work. So again, this is advanced planning. I know the JEA had a request in. I called the governor, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago and said we're going to have the JEA call the state and ask if we can get their construction lighting so they can work through the night. So commitment to the people of Jacksonville is that I will work aggressively. I will push my entire team aggressively to get this city back to normal as fast as possible.
Mayor, have you actually done a site assessment yourself? What's your impression?
Yesterday, I would say I did site assessment and out being a part, observing the rescue missions. A lot of damage, but again, most important is that yesterday we had to act so fast, and we did as a city, first responders and even neighbors, to save lives, and now we just begin the rebuilding process. But we'll get it done. And we have, by the way, I've been asked this morning by some national outlets about our ability to begin to move. We have the financial resources to start the rebuilding process as we work with FEMA and the state. Senator Rubio called me a number of times leading up to and yesterday. The president's team, the president has directly been speaking with the governor relaying through me, and then my contacts in the White House have directly reached out to make sure that we have that connectivity to get the resources we need.
When you issued the mandatory evacuation, if I remember correctly, you said that we're not coming to get you. Maybe not verbatim, but we're not coming to get you. Yesterday, you went to get 356. What does that say for the next time? Leave. I mean, you know, by the grace of God, working through first responders yesterday, we saved lives. It's not worth the risk. So leave. You didn't take it seriously the first time. During the height of the storm. Second time, third time.
Well, during the height of the storm, I mean, I think it's important people to know, had those floodwaters started rolling into people's homes, had that surge happened in the storm, people would have been on their own. It happened as the storm moved out, and there's no way we could have gotten those trucks and first responders into those boats in the middle of that storm. People, if the floods had started then, this would be a very different day, a very sad day. So I think those people that their lives were saved yesterday, I think they're going to take it more seriously. I mean, if you had to, yesterday morning when you heard me say, based on the information I had, that call us, put a white flag out so we could come get you, I would imagine there were a number of people scared. And again, first responders did their jobs. We're blessed.
You describe it as a Cat 3 storm surge. Did the forecasters miss it? Is that more than what was projected?
I can only take the information that is given to me, and here's what we know. We know we had a tropical storm when it got here. We know that we evacuated people in the risk areas because we took this as a very serious event. whatever serious means based on what Mother Nature brings. Mother Nature brought Cat 3 storm surge, and we dealt with it, and we handled it as a people.
Mayor, the governor requested major disaster declaration for Duval County. He got the first round of it for the counties out west. It looks promising for Duval and other counties. Could you describe what that's going to allow people to do and allow the city to do in the recovery process?
I mean, I think my focus right now is, and we'll work with them and coordinate the numbers, but we have there's nothing stopping us from doing our job right now to begin the recovery and rebuilding process. So as we solidify that, we can get you more information.
What's next, sir?
Recovery, rebuilding. I mean, we want to make sure there are people without power, there are people that are thirsty, there are people that are hot. So we want to get water to them. Again, we will have twice daily updates from the JEA on power restoration, debris cleanup. Again, we're just going to work aggressively. I'm going to push aggressively. This team's going to work aggressively to get this city back to normal. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Thank you.